Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show, Season 3, Episode 5. We're here in the midweek after I can't really be happy, but there's other people on the show that are definitely happier than me. And um, I can't talk. I have no output. My team has lost two games. It's okay. I want to get my tissue and just cry myself to sleep, but it's okay. Let me introduce you first to my co-host in the show. Agent Dimitri, how are you doing? This just help me out. Help me out, please. Lift my spirits. Just say something that's gonna make me happy.
I'm doing great. And today's sponsor,
Oh
just
no.
reminding you, pie for the eye
Oh,
for the pie for the pie. It's
that's
our side business of pie company, one or the other, and it's just one of our sponsors tonight.
what.
So,
We're straight into the video, and you're already making sponsorships. So what is this?
okay. Oh, man, like I run this show.
Oh, all right.
I practically own everything.
Yes,
I pay you nothing, but
that
keep
is
in
true.
mind that nothing doesn't come out of nothing. It
What?
comes out of nothing.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just so you know.
I thought that was going
Yes.
in a different direction, but okay. Well, I'm glad to have you on. Thank you. All right. Let me introduce you to another person that's been on the show before, who is definitely in a better mood than anybody else on the show tonight. Peter, the Giant. How are you doing today, mate?
I'm doing all right. Wasn't able to watch the game today fully, but just happy to see the scoreline.
Yep. As everybody can tell, he is Arsenal, top of the league. That's beautiful for you. So I'm glad you're happy. You don't sound as happy, but I wish I could be that happy, but it's okay. All right. And another guest on the show, Rodney, and also Edward Mendy is here on the show as well too today. So how are you doing today, both of you mates?
Way, Edouard Mendy is doing phenomenal today, even though it was a bad scoreline. But I'm glad to be here with the boys. It's always a good day to be with the boys. And Rodney, come here real second. And hey guys, glad to be here too. It's your boy Robot123. It's always good to be here. Good times always. Always forever. Chelsea will come back. Arsenal's gonna do a flip flop. They'll be at the bottom of the table here in a little bit. So you know what? Not even worried. Let's go.
Okay, all right, fair statement. All right, and then one more guest in the show we had 2 weeks ago. Oh, how are you doing, the Spurs supporter, Veronica? Let me hear ya. Let me hear ya. Uh, talk about the Spurs because yeah. Okay, well, you can do
Well, that's a very enthusiastic intro. More enthusiastic than Spurs were during their game today. So I'll take it.
What can I do? I'm a Chelsea supporter. It's like supporting Arsenal mid-season last week. It's pain. It's pain. Okay, well, everybody, welcome watching the show, and let us go first to the best league in the world, and that is the Premier League. And starting with the first place, Arsenal. Ugh. Second place, Manchester City. Third place, Tottenham. Fourth place, Brighton. Fifth place, Leeds. And 20th place is Leicester City. What the fuck's is sinking below? And I'm sorry, everybody. I had a weird gag reflex when I said two teams, but that just, I don't know what it has to do with, but it is what it is. All right, match day 4. Let us get into it. It was this past weekend. There was match day 4 and match day 5, but let's go match day 4 first. I'm talking too fast. All right, Southampton, Manchester United, 0-1 for Manchester United with a crucial win. Chelsea and Leicester City, 2-1 for Chelsea. Honestly, I thought we lost that because I'm just used to losing now. But hey, good for them. They got a red card too. Brighton leads 1-0. Manchester City, Crystal Palace 4-2 for Manchester City. Beautiful Holland, beautiful. Liverpool, Bournemouth 9-0, a battering. Bournemouth, oh yeah, they're going back to championship. What else can you say? Brentford, Everton 1-1 there. Arsenal, Fulham 2-1 for Arsenal. Good on the Gunners. Wolves and Newcastle 1-1. Shaky performance for Newcastle, but at least they tied it up. Aston Villa and West Ham United 0-1 for West Ham United, and then Nottingham Forest and Tottenham 2-0 for Tottenham. Anybody want to talk about any games here? Because I can just say Chelsea won. Yay! Happy. Whoa. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I can. Who can I go first for? Veronica, do you want to talk about the Tottenham Hotspurs versus Nottingham Forest, the Champions League winners?
I would
Yeah,
just
sure.
interrupt real quick and say I would be cautious to talk about this game because this is my favorite team over there.
Okay, Veronica, you
So
heard
I'll
that.
actually say that they were really good. Like if you were a neutral watching the game, you'd probably be pretty frustrated because I'd say for the majority of the game, Nottingham looked like more enterprising, had more exciting movement off the ball and everything. But
Yep.
I think this is one of those games where the performance wasn't there, but that's what you get when you have Perisic and Son and Kane on your team. You
Mhm.
can look pretty lackadaisical and still end up getting a 2-0 win. I think if you watched like 20 minutes in the middle of the game, you wouldn't guess the right scoreline,
Probably.
but
Yep.
it worked out. 3 points, I'll take it. But I think
Veronica.
Forest are going to
Veronica.
be a team that you can't underestimate.
Well, one thing I'm gonna tell you, you just earned yourself a 20% discount
The-
at our sponsor Buy for the Eye.
Why did I? And I don't get anything. And I don't get anything. What is this? As Timo Werner would say, what is this? Huh? Huh? What do you gotta say? Nothing? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Who runs the show? All right, Veronica. Any closing comments for Tottenham? I mean, they're on a roll. We're gonna talk about Matchday 5 anyways. So.
Yeah, I would just say performances could be better, but I'll take the results.
Yeah.
And Harry Kane is scoring again, so I'm happy to see it.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Rodney, Edouard Mendy, Chelsea, Leicester City. I mean, any comments for this game? I know I watched it at least, and it was decent. I mean, I'm happy Sterling's getting used to the Premier League, so I'm happy.
I'm loving Sterling. I'm loving the man, but I love Conor Gallagher too. I think the energy he put on the field was amazing. I think he needs to have a little bit more discipline in the future.
Yeah.
But I think that type of energy is what we need in midfield, especially with Jorginho, because he makes key passes. He makes some decent key passes, but that type of energy, that lackadaisical energy in midfield is not what we need. We need that Conor Gallagher, Mateo Kovacic, and N'Golo Kante energy, because at the core, even though we have amazing attackers and amazing defenders, the core of our team is our midfield, and we really felt that without N'Golo Kante. And I think with our young talent in Conor Gallagher and the energy of Mateo Kovacic provides, I think that's perfect. I also think that personally think we should swap out Jorginho for Frankie de Jong. That's a different debate for a different time.
Yes, that is true. That is very true. Okay, well, yeah, Chelsea. We'll talk about that a little bit. But Peter, did you happen to watch the Arsenal Fulham game? I know it was a pretty decent game, and I watched part of it as well too. But your thoughts, concerns, and your day. I don't know.
Well, yeah, the Fulham game I watched, it was good. The overall problem I would say is just that we just didn't really get into the box and really passing, great vision, but just for some reason they wouldn't take the ball at the net. And at the end of the day, still 1-2-1. Mitrovic, being the menace he is, of course, scored.
He's so good, man. I
Yeah,
didn't think he was gonna be consistent in Prem, but
Yeah,
this
he's
season,
single-handedly keeping them in it right now.
I don't know if he might keep Fulham in, but he might get close to Golden Boot at least. So
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still there, which I guess that's a testimony to his loyalty.
yep.
But overall for Arsenal, I think it was a good performance. First half was definitely better than the second, I think.
Yeah.
But I think the only person who had a bad game that game was Gabriel, but then he brought it back by.
Did you see that goal? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was
But
a beautiful goal.
he messed up by giving the ball away,
Yeah.
and that ended up being Mitrovic's goal. But then he came back with the header and to kind of redeem himself. But Saka, like today against Aston Villa in the Fulham game, 54, I think he just wouldn't. Going back to that same problem where they just weren't shooting for some reason that game. Today was a lot better from what I could tell. Not from watching, but from the highlights because I was at work. But the problem in the full game was that they just wouldn't shoot. But like the Tottenham game, like you're just happy about the result, right? Even though the performance isn't the best, but as long as they keep the ball rolling, keep the fans happy, encouraged, positive, and I think we can easily beat Man United this weekend.
Oh, you're playing Man United this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be.
I'm so excited for that. That'll be
Oh.
awesome.
It's definitely going to be the first test, right? Because we've been playing, mid-table teams for the most part.
I'm gonna
bottom
hate.
half.
I hate to say
but-
it, but I'm gonna go for Arsenal because I want to see
Yeah.
United fail
The-
so bad.
The main struggle is definitely going to be because it's away, but
Yeah.
I still think they have it because, like I said, we've been playing the mid-table and bottom-table teams, and people are going to say, "Oh, those are the easy games. They should be winning those." And yeah, they should be winning them, but
Yeah.
every game's hard. It doesn't matter what team you're playing. You still
It's
gotta
a
win the
prem.
games.
I mean, each game could be difficult. So yeah.
Exactly. And shoot, we almost lost to Fulham, and we almost drew with Fulham, and almost drew with Aston Villa today. But we had good reactions to scoring because today in that Fulham game we scored 3 minutes after they scored. In the Fulham game we scored like 10, 15 minutes after they scored. So
Yeah.
I like the reactions from the players this season compared to last season. I think they had a lot of internal issues, especially with Aubameyang. But now that he's gone and they've kind of restructured their attitude,
Yeah.
and Arteta's been given more time, I think the reaction I see from the players, especially when we conceded a terrible goal, is great. It shows heart, shows loyalty, and that's all I really want to see.
Yeah, it's true. That's how any supporter wants to see in a club. But
Mhm. And after the 23 plus years of supporting them, being young when they were so good, not really remembering any of that. Now they're kind of hopefully getting back to something like that is
Yeah.
very promising. Makes me happy.
yeah, and they didn't do it with that much money either. So hey, good for them.
Mhm. Well, now they're starting to spend the money.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't mess up stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Arteta and Edu are head administration guy. They're on the right track, I think.
Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, okay, well, I have to say this to Liverpool. It's 9-0. That's I think tying with the biggest Premier League win with other games. Luis Diaz, Harvey Elliott, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Roberto Firmino with 2 goals, Virgil van Dijk. The other team wanted to score 2 and own goal, and they did that for fun. And then Fabio Carvalho.
It's crazy how they do that, and then yesterday they scraped out a 97th minute goal against Newcastle.
Oh, it's lovely. I love football. But yeah. Okay, well, let me go first now to matchday 5 really fast and say the scores. So Crystal Palace Brentford yesterday, 1-1. Fulham Brighton 2-1. Southampton Chelsea 2-1 for Southampton. Lovely. Leeds United Everton 1-1. And then the rest of the games: Bournemouth Wolves, Man City, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, Aston Villa, West Ham United and Tottenham, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Leicester City and Manchester United play. Yeah, they play tomorrow or today, or I don't know.
Yeah, they were playing today.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, they played today.
Yeah, I think Tottenham, West Ham drew. Liverpool beat Newcastle 1-2-1.
Yeah. I don't know why
Arsenal
it
2-1.
didn't update. Okay, yeah. So yeah, West Ham 1-1. Man City 6-0. Holland consistent 0-0 for Wolves. Arsenal Aston Villa 2-1 for Arsenal. Yeah, and then Newcastle and Liverpool 2-1 for Liverpool. It's getting scraped in, goal scraped off in the last little bits of the minute. But yeah, I mean, do you want to talk about this Arsenal game at all, or I mean, do you still have the same feeling as last one with the full?
Well, no, it's just I can't say it because I was at work, so I wasn't able to watch it. But from the highlights I saw, Martinelli had a good game with Gabriel, so that was good to see.
Yeah. All right, and then Veronica, any thoughts on or is this kind of the same thoughts you have on the West Ham United Tottenham?
No, I think it's kind of interesting because the last time I was on the show was after the Chelsea game, and the thing I highlighted in that game was Spurs were kind of, taken out of the game by Chelsea, basically putting a lot of pressure on Bentancur because we weren't able to push the ball ahead. And today he was injured. Basuma started, and you could really kind of tell that there was something missing there, pushing us forward and triggering, us to move forward and start attacks and recover quickly. The first half of the game, West Ham started really slow. They didn't press that high, and because of that, we had a lot of space and we looked like we were controlling the game, but we weren't making a ton out of it. Harry Kane and Kulusevski forced an own goal, which was really nice. But after that, we kind of just fell off. And Lloris looked insanely bad with the ball at his feet. Pretty much was the reason we gave up the goal. And then West Ham pretty much had the momentum for the rest of the game, and we kind of counterattacked, but not really. Højbjerg kind of got injured at the end of the first half and played all of the second half. And it was one of those games where I was sitting there just like waiting for Conte to make a change, and he didn't. Not until I think 70 something minute he brought Richarlison on, who made us look better, but there just wasn't enough time. So it was a pretty frustrating game to watch. I think, a lot of people have pointed at Spurs transfer window and said the thing we're missing is a creative midfielder. And this was one of those games that displayed that. Like when Bentancur wasn't there, who I wouldn't even identify as a creative midfielder, we really had a hard time making anything happen in the center of the pitch. And although a London derby is always a tough place to get any result, this just wasn't the performance I wanted to see. We play Fulham this weekend, and I fear them. So
yeah,
I'm hoping I hope we recover.
Yeah, I mean every team really looks great right now. But okay, Bournemouth, maybe not Bournemouth, maybe Nottingham Forest a little bit, but every team looks different. I can say that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing is we haven't seen Spurs click yet with the team they have. So I'm excited to see that, but I think as a fan, like it's good to get these results. I'm not gonna ever be upset that 5 games into the season we're undefeated. But at the same time, it would be nice to start like, enjoying the performances also, not just getting the result.
Yeah.
So hoping that happens soon.
Yeah.
And to kind of add to that as well, I just want to say that the reason why it's so competitive this year is because the Premier League, I think, spent 2.02 billion euros, and that's I think the third highest or second highest ever spent ever in a transfer window. So
that's crazy.
This is going to be a crazy year.
Yeah, like Dimitri, you might know, Forest made like 19 signings or something as a promoted team. Like that's crazy.
All because of our pies.
That's a big sponsorship. Wow, thanks. There must be some good pies then. Oh yeah, Dimitri. Speaking of Forest, what happened today? 6-0 for Manchester City, with Haaland getting a hat trick and João Cancelo scoring a beauty, and then Julian Alvarez, underrated, scoring 2 goals too. What happened? What's wrong with City? Can you please just give me a reason? I mean, what's wrong with Nottingham Forest? What's wrong? They're like your main team you started off for, transferring, and you were part of the 19 players. And what just happened this weekend? I mean, you got to explain that at least. Come on, just give me a reason that Nottingham Forest, why they are just giving. It's sad. It's sad. You expect a Champions League winning team to get. Okay, I keep going. Let's just tell me a reason.
Well, let's say I showed them a couple of tricks, like how to correctly use feed, but they still have some lack in understanding and coordination. But then I was like, yeah, that fits. But I think.
No. Okay, is that it? Oh, great, thanks, nice. Is that it? Is that your excuse that it doesn't fit for Nottingham Forest right now? It's
yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cheers. Right, lovely stuff. All right, but yeah, sure. All right, let us now move to La Liga. Beautiful commentary by Agent Dimitri. First place, Real Madrid. Second place, Real Betis. Third place, Barcelona. Fourth place, Athletic Club. And fifth place, Villarreal. And 20th place is Cadiz. And match day 3, let's get into it. Girona and Celta Vigo, 0-1 for Celta Vigo. Real Betis and Osasuna, 1-0 for Real Betis, with a red card being noted. Elche and Real Sociedad, 0-1 for Real Sociedad. Real Vallecano and Mallorca, 0-2 for Mallorca. Armenia and Sevilla, 2-1 for Armenia. Getafe and Villarreal, 0-0 there. Barcelona and Valladolid, 4-0 for Barcelona, looking more like Barcelona again. Espanyol and Real Madrid, 1 to 3 for who else but Real Madrid and Espanyol getting a red card. Benzema. Cadiz and Atletico 4 to 0 for Atletico battering Cadiz. And Valencia and Atletico Madrid with a great game there as well too. And Atletico Madrid winning. Rodney, Barcelona. I mean, Lewandowski is picking up. Rafinha's clicking with Lewandowski. Pedri. It's starting to look like a dangerous team that I really don't want to play. But it's hey, if Chelsea plays, if Chelsea plays Barcelona, it's gonna be freaking amazing. But I can't wait for that. But your thoughts on Barcelona?
I mean, I think, like you said, it's everything in the team is already sublime. I mean, look at the back heel that Lewandowski scored. The only thing I'm worried about for Barcelona is defensively, and even then, I'm not too worried because they've got new signings back there. Even with old man Gerard Piqué and him messing with other people's moms, I think the back line will be amazing. I just think down the road, Barcelona will be fine. I'm just worried about them financially, if I'm being honest. The forwards wise, we got Dembele, we got Rafinha, we got Lewandowski, and I think Depay and Aubameyang at this point might
Don't
even
say
be staying.
pie. Please don't say pie. That's gonna trigger something I really don't want
The
to
pie
do there.
or the pie?
No.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes,
God,
yes,
no.
yes,
The pie?
yes,
The
No.
pie.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, now let's throw in some numbers and go in for the
No.
big sponsor of the Eye of the Tiger. It's a new
What?
company.
Oh,
Yeah,
the pie
it's like
company? Oh yeah.
it's our
Ronnie,
sub
why
company
did you
of a
have to
pie
say
company.
The pie.
It's called the Eye of the Tiger. It's like because when you eat some pie, sometimes you need to go to the gym afterwards, like to burn some calories.
Ronnie, don't encourage this.
Yes,
What?
yes. My man knows
Okay.
the numbers and stuff. So
Okay,
Eye of the
stop.
Tiger. It's a new.
Okay.
It's a new, like it's a chain of gyms tied in with Pie Bakery.
What?
It's
Maybe
like genius
bakery.
if you think about it. We like take a step after thinking about like diet, so dietary and like sports, like a healthy lifestyle. So
Mm,
bakery and a gym right nearby.
yeah.
It's
Mwah,
like you
chef's
get your
kiss.
calories and then you burn those calories. It's like, yeah, it's pie for the eye and then eye of the tiger. It's
Okay.
like,
Mwah, chef's kiss. Perfect.
Well, why did you have to? All right. Well, you were talking about someone. Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically all I have on Barcelona though. They'll be fine in the long run. I think the match between them and Real Madrid's really going to be the thing everyone's going to be waiting for because both sides are looking way too lethal. I think, and in my personal opinion, I think Lewandowski's gonna outscore Benzema this season.
Really?
Just because of the form, and I think he's got better service, especially in Dembele, Rafinha, and Pedri. I mean,
Over
I love
like Vinicius?
yeah,
Like
even over
Valverde?
Vinicius. Yeah, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
Valverde and Vinicius. I especially Valverde. I think people don't give him enough credit.
Facts.
But
I mean, it's Lewandowski, right? He's been passed over Ballon d'Or so many times.
exactly.
He is almost so much better than people. Well, I know people think he's good, but I think he's a lot better than people think he is. Even though they know he is good.
And with the Liga being less physical too, I think it's perfect for
you
him.
don't think that.
So
yeah, and he does stay really healthy. Like you rarely see him sidelined or anything, so I guess that does help him a lot. But I don't know, it's Benzema. Like every time I question Benzema or I doubt Benzema, he does something insane. So I don't know. I'm interested.
Which I think you're right too. I think Benzema's going to be Benzema, but I think it's going to be a really interesting race this year. And I'm not downing Benzema at all. I think it's going to be close, but I think Lewandowski's going to come barely out on top for the top goal scorer.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes with Barcelona. Are they able to register Jules Koundé? Like I know they made the transfer, but I haven't seen him. Is he like registered? Like will he be able to play?
Yeah, they finally registered him after. I think Dimitri knows more about it, but they finally registered him.
Yeah.
Okay. True. Okay. Cool. That'll definitely help them defensively. I think that'll be big.
And also with Chelsea switching Marcos Alonso and Aubameyang, so at least they'll have Marcos Alonso as well too there. So
Oh man.
yeah, and then also what's it called? Bernardo Silva said he doesn't want to go to Barcelona right now because he wants to stay for the season for Man City to win a Champions League.
Well, what's Barcelona to you sounds like
We've had two sponsorships
Barcelona
for this
to me.
in the La Liga. Are you kidding me? Huh?
No kidding.
Okay.
It's real.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dimitri. All right. All right. Well, now let us get on to Serie A. And it has been a great, great, great season for City, honestly. First place right now, Ete Roma. Second place, Inter Milano. Third place, Napoli. Fourth place, Juventus. And fifth place, AC Milano. And 20th place is Monza. Match day 4, let us get into it. Sassuolo and AC Milano, 0-0. Disappointing result for AC Milano. Inter Milano and Cremonese, 3-1 for Inter Milano. Great game for Martinez there as well. Roma and Monza, 3-0 for AC Roma. Roma's doing consistent and Dybala doing great for Roma as well. Empoli and Verona, 1-1 with a draw there. Sampdoria and Lazio, 1-1 with a draw there as well. Udinese and Fiorentina, 1-0. Disappointing result for Fiorentina. Juventus and Spezia, 2-0 for Juventus. Napoli and Lecce, 1-1 there. And then tomorrow is playing Atalanta and Torino and Bologna and Salernitana. I mean, anybody want to say anything about City? But besides saying, I mean, Martinez is doing absolutely great, and Lukaku, that double right there is doing great, and then also Dybala doing great for Roma. If you want to say anything about City, or if you want to just say your favorite Italian food, you can just throw it in there too.
Just want to say, I'm excited to see Tammy Abraham kill it again. I know he was a Chelsea player, but I thought he was underappreciated there. So I'm excited to see what he does this year, especially with someone like Dybala being able to work with him. So I think that'll be fun. It'll be a fun watch.
Especially with Mourinho as your coach. Whew. You don't know what they can do. I mean, right now they're in, I believe, are they in Europa League or Champions League spot?
I think they're Europa. I don't think they finished high enough for Champions League.
Just imagine the scenes if they win the Conference League, then they win Europa League, and then next year champions. Oh my gosh, that would.
That's very funny.
I know.
I think I'd lose my mind if they did that. Because as you probably know, Spurs was the only club where Mourinho didn't win a trophy. So if he goes to Roma and immediately have success like that, I think I would lose my mind.
It is.
I think I'd become an only MLS fan.
Yikes!
Just completely.
Didn't he already win something with him? What's it called?
The Conference League,
yeah. No, he definitely already won the Conference League. But like if he wins Europa, which is I don't know if you guys remember, but Spurs got knocked out by Dinamo Zagreb 2 days after their manager was put in jail for like tax evasion or something like that. Yeah. So, I just feel like for me it would be a little salt in the wound, but whatever.
Yeah,
I'm happy. From an isolated standpoint, happy to see like players like Dybala and Tammy Abraham, who maybe didn't always get had a lot of hype, didn't get the success they wanted at other clubs, doing well.
Yeah.
Happy to see that happen.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, that was City out. Now let us go on to Bundesliga. Jawohl. All right, first place is Bayern. Wow, München. Second place is Union Berlin. Third place is SC Freiburg. Fourth place is Hoffenheim. Fifth place is Dortmund. And 18th place is Willem Bochum. Match day 4, let us get into it. Freiburg and Bochum, 1-0 for Freiburg. Mainz and Leverkusen, 3-0 for Leverkusen with a red card as well. RB Leipzig and Wolfsburg, 2-0 for RB Leipzig. Hoffenheim and Augsburg, 1-0 for Hoffenheim. Schalke and Union Berlin, 6-1 for Union Berlin, battering Schalke. Hertha Berlin and Dortmund, 1-0 for Dortmund. Bayern München and Bayern München Gladbach, 1-1. Borussia Mönchengladbach is Bayern's kryptonite. I can't say anything else. Cologne and Stuttgart, 0-0 there. And then Werder Bremen and Frankfurt, one of the great games for Eintracht Frankfurt, 3-4 for Eintracht Frankfurt. All right. I mean, should we say anything in this besides Bayern is just gonna win? I mean,
Yes, we're gonna say something.
yes.
Thinking about Bundesliga, you always think about a beer, but beer by itself is no good. You know why?
Why?
Because it's missing a pie.
Why do you do this to me? We had so many. Okay, you're done. Okay, thank God. All right, well, yeah, Bayern and Borussia Mönchengladbach was a great game. Jan Sommer, I think, had the record amount of saves made in that game with 19. It's just Jan Sommer. He's class. I mean, he kicked France out of the Europa League. I was kind of pissed about that, but he's just class for when it comes to playing Bayern for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Anything else for this league, guys? Just there's nothing really to say for this, but yeah. All right. Well, let's go now to Ligue 1. And first place is Paris Saint-Germain, and this is the Uber Eats League. Yes, it is the Uber Eats League. Lovely stuff. All right. Second place is Lens. Third place is Marseille. Fourth place is Lyon, and fifth place is Montpellier, and 20th place is Ajaccio. Fifth match day 5. Let us get into it. Montpellier and Ajaccio, 2-0 for Montpellier. Great win for them. Red cards for both teams because they all feisty. Angers and Reims, 2-4 for Reims with a red card as well, being bad. Lyon and Arias, 2-1 for Lyon. I keep saying that name wrong every time, and I'm probably never gonna say the name right by the end of the show, but it's okay. We're gonna go with Ayaria. Okay, lovely. Monaco and Troyes, 2-4 for Troyes. Red card for Monaco being bad. Strasbourg and Nantes, 1-1 there with a tie. Rennes and Brest, 3-1 for Rennes. Great game there too, by the way. Lille and Nice, 2-1 for Nice. Nice. Lens and Lorient, 5-2 for Lens. Marseille and Clermont Foot. Marseille got the point there. Clermont couldn't kick their foot off with the win. Funny. Toulouse and PSG, 0-3 for Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, what do you expect from them? They're going to win the league. It's already predicted. Anything for the Uber Eats League besides PSG? I mean, can't really say anything.
So I guess I have a question. Has anyone watched PSG in the league this year?
Absolutely not.
I haven't either. I was wondering because, again, not to be so Spurs centric, but everyone complained about how they played under Pochettino being like really boring.
Yeah.
And they've definitely been getting results this year, but I just didn't know like if there's more like synchronicity in the team, like if they look like I think the main complaint I heard, and I saw it when I watched them last year, was that they just kind of seemed to be on different game plans when it came to moving forward on the pitch. So I wonder how they're doing now. And admittedly, I probably won't watch them until the Champions League starts.
Facts.
It's always been the culture there. It's like it's pretty. It doesn't seem very together. It's just a bunch of really good players playing for the same team that have no chemistry.
Yeah, we all have the same thought. I know what Ronnie's wanting to say and what we're all thinking. Neymar, Mbappe, Messi. That trio is never going to click because it's just too self-centric. I mean, but between Messi and Neymar, maybe yes, there's a bit of chemistry there. But Mbappe, there, it kind of just it disables the flow. It really disables the flow because when you have someone with that amount of ego, not saying that he has like a big ego and stuff because he does still good stuff, but I mean, they all want to score and all want to be the best. So it's kind of hard for three of them to do that together in the same team. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I watched a little bit of PSG. So what I was Andrew was pretty much spot on there.
Yep.
Messi and Neymar have been clicking actually very well, and their new signing, I think his name is Vitinha. I don't know off the top of my head.
Portuguese player, right?
Yeah, he's actually been doing pretty decent for them as well.
Yeah.
The only thing is Mbappe's had his usual French attitude, and he's been either walking off or not been trying to. He's been too, like you said, egocentric.
Yep.
Also, they've been kind of switching more to a back three recently, which I was hoping they would do a long time ago, with Ramos, Kimpembe, and Marquinhos, and Ramos being that center back they need as their leader, defensively or tactically. Even though he's always been known to be kind of rash and harsh, making some harsh decisions and getting a lot of yellow, red cards.
Yep.
It's kind of what they needed at the back line a little bit this year. And I see that team chemistry, but I hate to say it, it's Mbappe is really the main problem of the squad.
That's really interesting. It's good to know.
Yep.
I'll look out for that when I watch the Champions League games. I doubt I'll be tuning in to many league games just because, like you said, Andrew, we kind of know it's already written.
Come on,
we know
you
what
don't
the
wanna
end
watch
score
the
is going to
Uber
be.
Eats League.
Maybe I'd
Support
watch a
Uber.
different team. I just probably wouldn't watch PSG.
Facts. Watch Montpellier. I don't know.
Exactly. And when you're watching it, make sure you have something to snack on, like a piece of pie.
The pie. Yes.
Yay.
Best restaurant ever. Me and Mindy love it. We love that restaurant. Best place.
All right. Well, lovely stuff. Thank you, everybody. Okay, now let's get into a nice spicy. I mean, it's coming close to the transfer. The transfer market closes tomorrow. It closes tomorrow, and let me just say, it's been buzzing. Marcos Alonso is gonna switch with Aubameyang for Marcos Alonso to go to Barca and then Chelsea to get Aubameyang. I mean, I'm happy, and sadly for Aubameyang, this was kind of ruined the whole experience because he did get his house burgled into, and his family got harmed, and you hate to see that. You really hate to see that, but hopefully he's doing well right now, and hopefully that the whole transfer thing can be shut off with that. But
Well, apparently his jaw's broken, so I don't think he's doing the best.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
when that happened, like this week.
Yep. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday, something like that.
I know he had problems in London with that, so I guess he's just kind of one of those targeted people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this was in Spain, by the way. I don't know if it was in England, but yeah.
I know it happened. Well, I don't know if I think his house got broken into, but they weren't home in England.
Yeah, when he was in London, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, but yeah, that transfer should be done and dusted hopefully tomorrow, but you never know.
Where is he going?
Chelsea.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Are you not a fan,
Wow.
buddy?
That's a bad So yeah, this stuff about Batman game breaking into and hurt, so that's bad. But as a player, I don't rate him at all anymore. So
damn, because he went to Chelsea.
He's gonna be a problem child for y'all. Trust me.
Yeah.
Think about how long he lasted in Barcelona.
Yep, it's okay. But at least they'll have a striker that's not worth 90 million, and then that player would leave the club to go to Inter Milan and get 90 stapled on the back of his jersey.
That's why you don't buy old players.
True, very true. But hey, we never learned our lesson. All right, and then also another Chelsea transfer. They are trying to get Edson Alvarez, the Mexican midfielder from Ajax, which I am very excited about because if you have a Mexican on your team, especially Alvarez, they will fight for it, which, you need that in Chelsea right now. And as much as I really it's going to think that Pulisic is, I don't know, it's going to be a nice rivalry between them because they both hate each other. When they play each other, they always try to fucking go against each other. It's funny. But I can't wait to see that chemistry as well, too. And then also, for Chelsea, I'll still keep speaking that they signed Wesley Fofana from Leicester City for 75 million, I believe, pounds or euros, one of those two. But yes, Wesley Fofana, they got him for 7 years to Chelsea. I'm happy about that. I love French center backs too, so that's exciting. And also, they are trying to get another RB Leipzig center back who's Croatian, but that's possibly going to be happening next year. And also, they're trying to get Rafael Leao, who's AC Milan striker, and also Nkunku, but they are waiting for that for next year. But that is all really. And also Hudson-Odoi did make a loan transfer move to Bayern Leverkusen, which is a great thing for him. He needs experience to play right now, and that's all he wants. But yeah, I mean, any other transfers you guys want to talk about right now?
So one that I hate is that supposedly Spurs were going after Daniel James, which I genuinely can't understand why that would be true. I really hope that doesn't happen. I just don't know how he gets into the team or what he provides. Especially because we're loaning out Brian Hill, who I rate way higher than him, and he hasn't seen playing time at all.
You already signed Richarlison too, who I assume wouldn't be the replacement for Kane unless they thought Kane was leaving, because he also plays wing as well, like Daniel James. So that is kind of weird.
Yeah, and we let go of Bergwijn. So it's like, why would like
makes
what
me-
would be the point?
That makes me think there has to be something going on in the back room.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they expect to happen, like what things they expect to move, but it's very strange. I really hope that doesn't happen, but whatever. Maybe they know something I don't. It's what I always have to think. But then also Sergio Reguilon is going on loan with no option to buy to Atletico Madrid, which I'm really happy for him because I like him a lot. I think he brings a lot of passion to the team, but he wasn't going to get in the side with Perisic and Sessegnon there. They just offer more to what Conte wants to do. So it's sad to see him like not get more success at Spurs, but he's a great player, and as long as he keeps growing, I think he'll have a good career.
Yeah, very true. All right, well, let me say some more transfers that happened. I mean, Peter, do you have anything for Arsenal right now? Because they kind of finished their transfers
I think
early.
they're pretty much done.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Tielemans stuff may still be in the air. I have no idea. I haven't seen anything about it.
I mean, if I was a player right now and was probably linked to Arsenal, I'd try to push for it because, I mean, to make
I mean, right
Arsenal
now, yeah.
try
But
to win the league or something, that'd be phenomenal. That'd be
I
crazy.
think as a squad, I think we're pretty set.
Yeah.
Again, I have no idea who else they want to bring in or trying to bring in, but because there hasn't been a lot of talk, it's either going to be right at the deadline or just nothing at all.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, let me say some more transfers. Anthony moved for $104 million or 90 million pounds to Manchester United from Ajax. That's a crazy, crazy transfer, but hey, why not? They can have another forward there. Why not? And then also another one to move to. Oh yeah, sorry. What am I saying? Isaac, who moved from Real Sociedad, I believe, to
Hmm.
Newcastle United, and he did start today to play and scored a goal.
Yeah, that's a sweet transfer.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
is that a pun? It's a Swede transfer. Get it? Swede.
Oh, that's pretty good. I wish I meant that.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you did.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I think that's gonna be sick. I'm happy to see him in the league. I like watching him play. So it'll be fun.
yeah, and then another player moved to. I want to say. Oh yeah, Lucas Paqueta. Look, Lucas. How do you say his last name?
Paqueta?
Paqueta. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced something. I don't know, but yeah, Lucas Paqueta moved from. Where did he move from? I believe a Portuguese team or
I'm not sure.
yeah, maybe a Portuguese team.
Oh, it was Leon, I think, actually.
Leon?
Wasn't he from
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you are
it
right.
was
You're right.
Leon.
Yep, that's right. He moved to West Ham United, which is gonna help them in the midfield greatly, especially with Declan Rice and him there. Oof, I can't wait to see that, man.
Yeah, he looked really good when he came on.
Yeah.
Looked like very solid.
Yeah, and then yeah, that was 47 million for that, and I'm sure there's gonna be much more transfers that are gonna happen now, but I don't know if at all actually you're right, but there might be somewhere that's gonna happen. But yeah, let me now get into the best time of the week, and that is the football memes of the week, brought to you by Emil Heskey, the beautiful. No, sorry, this is not Emil Heskey. Sorry, this is Akin Akinfenwa, the beautiful man, and this is brought to you by Rivals Banter and Football Memes for the lads. And let us see our first meme. All right, this is a picture of Erling Haaland after he got his hat trick today, and it says, "You can take him out of the farm, but you can't take the farming out of him." Yeah. I mean, you get it because they took him out of the Farmers League, which is the Bundesliga, and he can't stop. He's loading the hay up and getting him the goals.
Is that the Farmers League though?
What?
I would say Bundesliga is like second best, third best.
I think a lot of people just call every league that's not the Premier League a Farmers League.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think of it like that.
But to be
And then the
fair,
English team doesn't win the Champions League and they shut their mouth.
yeah, but to be fair, it is kind of the Bundesliga is the Farmers League because if you think about it, Bayern buys every Bundesliga player, and even they buy Dortmund players except Royce. And then they're like, "Oh, when we're done with the Dortmund player, we'll just give him back. If he's not good enough, no, bye." Like Hummels, look at Hummels. Look at what's his name, the other center back who just gave back to Dortmund. What's his name? It was another center back that was started for them, but
I guess it is kind of a monopoly
it's not like really
on the
like
league.
saying it's bad, but it is like a farmer. Like they feed the winning
Yeah.
team. They feed the
No,
winning.
I definitely get what you're saying. I think like ultimately it's just like so much money is going into the Premier League now. Like
Yep.
teams like West Ham can make a 40 million transfer and play them the next day, which is not something you see happening in, Hertha or whatever. Like that's not always something you see happening. So I get what you're saying, but I think Bundesliga is good, besides Bayern winning all the time.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, well now let us go see the next meme. I have to banter my own club. Lovely. All right. Well, this was said on the Chelsea Twitter, and when Southampton tied it up at halftime, Chelsea tweeted this: "Let's react, lads." And then the next tweet was by Chelsea. Armstrong scores in the 45th minute, and someone tweeted back, "What a reaction!" uh, we
That's
love
a tough
this.
look.
It's let's react, lads. Let's play like we're it's okay. They'll bounce back eventually. Maybe next season. Yeah, we tried. All right, now let us see my favorite meme that's probably showed up this past couple of weeks, and this is the Pogba memes. Everybody, recap. Let me just recap you everything that happened with Paul Pogba because it's been crazy. Paul Pogba has told authorities that he has been subjected to an attempted 13 million euro blackmail. Oh, sorry, 13 million euro, not 13 euros. That would be kind of sad. Blackmail by his brother Mateus and a gang. Mateus claims that Paul wants to send him to prison and get this part. And that Paul ordered a witch doctor to cast a spell on Kylian Mbappe. What is this? What? Why? Why? Oh my gosh! But yeah, that's there's been so many memes about this, and I have been crying to all of them. And let's just see a meme that's right behind it. And this is it was a video of a guy that was stopped in place and Mbappe tomorrow when Pogba gives him 0 pace from the Witch Doctor, and it's just a guy that's frozen in time. Oh, I think I sent all of you guys these memes, and they're just so funny. It's Paul Pogba and the Witch Doctor. We should, you know what? I'm just gonna call Paul Pogba now the Witch Doctor. That's my nickname for him. I don't know if any of you guys agree, but he is the Witch Doctor. All right. Well, everybody, that was football memes of the week. That was the beautiful stuff we have to say. And everybody, that was the show. And thank you for watching. And it was just lovely to have a nice show with the Witch Doctor. I'm still not over that. I don't know why. But okay. But yeah, Veronica, thank you for joining as always. You were amazing.
Thanks for having me. It was really fun.
And then Peter, thank you for joining as well. I'm glad that you're in a better state of mind with Arsenal being first place up there.
Yeah, it's good to see that in my lifetime.
Yeah, it is great. It is very great. And also, Dimitri, Agent Dimitri, thank you for joining and plugging your business because I guess the transfers are going slow for you this year and you had to start a new business, Pie for the Eye. And I'm expecting next weekend we actually get the sponsorship as we should. Am I right or am I right? You got to tell me. You got to give me feedback. Come on. Chop. We need to work. Huh? Yeah?
Who ever told you that you get a sponsorship like this? You're the one making deliveries. Like,
well, you're not supposed to tell people that. What are you talking
I closed my eyes on
Yeah.
the fact that you eat half of what we produce.
Yo, there's no need to fat
I
shame.
under-
Come on. Yo, chill. Chill.
Never mind. We'll just
Okay.
probably cut that out since
Please
probably like
Please don't.
that's
record
probably why customers been wondering why we wouldn't always. I mean, we always still make deliveries, but sometimes we have. It's actually we should start like a mystery channel because there has been a mystery of half of our deliveries mysteriously gone in someone's stomach.
I wonder who. It's a mystery.
Yeah. I wonder that too.
That fits. Yeah. That fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, that fits.
Yeah.
Surely.
It does. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. Lovely stuff. Like, subscribe, and share it, please. Thank you for watching on YouTube and on Spotify as well. Without sharing the show, I don't know how else you're gonna say, how else you're gonna save time to eat some pies because I haven't been eating all the pies, winky face. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for watching the show. And as we say, in 3, 2, 1, one
One love
of
pies.
but
Football.
no, we're gonna try this again. In 3, 2, 1, one love
Love
football.
pies.
Football.
Football.
Thank you for watching, guys. And remember to watch for the Witchdoctor. Bye bye.